So these final tense moments before the start for what again is going to be a stellar field. You mentioned a couple of our standouts. Again, we had a chance to watch these athletes in action in those prelims just a couple of hours ago. And those, you know, the great thing about this meet is those prelims could often double as almost a world level final in and of themselves. So just waiting for our final athletes to make their way to the line here. We are meant to have 8 finalists.
All right, looks like all of the ladies are there. Starting off in lane 1, we have Alicia Barrett. She's a 2-time Great Britain.
So some introductions here, starting in lane 1. This is Alicia Barrett out of Great Britain. She's coming in with 13:32 from those prelims. In lane 2, representing St. Lucia, Asia Lorenzen with a 13:10 out of the prelims. In lane 3, the aforementioned Maribel Caicedo, the Ecuadorian standout for that country, changed allegiances recently. Aaliyah Armstrong will start in lane 4 for the U.S. Again, one to keep your eye on here. One of the fastest times in the field and certainly a decorated athlete herself. Demisha Roswell is going to start in lane 5 for Jamaica. She had the second fastest times out of qualifying at 12:91. Wearing hip 6 is going to be Alexandra Webster. She'll compete for the U.S. In lane 7, one of our youngsters in the crowd, Jasmine Robinson. Keep your eye on her. Mixing things up with the pros and definitely asserting herself as one of the best youngsters to keep your eye on. And it appears as though we do have a late scratch in the form of Katie Idem in lane 8.
This is the peril of being a multi-event athlete. She's still over there long jumping, so she had to give up the hurdles here. But this is going to be a hot heat. Like I said, Aaliyah Armstrong, I think, looked really good, but she wasn't pressed too much. I'd be surprised not to see Caicedo there somewhat a little bit closer, but Roswell looked really, really good too. She didn't have to press quite as hard, but she seems to be in really fine form. All these athletes, those 3 in the middle, I should say, right in that high 12.3, low 12.4 range as far as their personal bests. I don't think we'll approach that here today, but certainly something within spitting distance of that I think would be a good look for any of those.
And cleanly away, a really fast, powerful start from Armstrong in 4. She's so smooth over those barriers, just steps over them. She's under some pressure from her inside, courtesy of Caicedo, but it is going to be Armstrong right to the line, and a hard fall there by Lorenzen, unfortunately, just over the final barrier, but a very clean run. You can see that it means a lot to her as she continues running around the track. Aaliyah Armstrong, 12:57 with a legal wind. And she's got to feel really good about that. Caicedo was keeping her under pressure. She finishes in 12:70 for second, and Webster rounds out your top 3 in 12:89. But all smiles courtesy of this speedy woman, Aaliyah Armstrong. Again, 12:57, taking the victory in this first pro final of day 2 of MCTC.
Well, that now makes 9 times in her career that Aaliyah Armstrong has run under 12:60. So that, I mean, that means something. She's been at the top level for a number of years, an NCAA champion, and talk about one of the hardest teams to make. I mean, the U.S. hurdle squad really at every level on the men's and women's side in both events is so strong. It's so deep. Aaliyah Armstrong has that USA kit on now. She'd love to get another one, and she knows she's going to have to work really hard to get into that final and potentially make a spot. But anything can happen when the U.S. hurdlers line up. She takes down a really good field here in a really pretty quick time.
A quick time indeed, and it was only 0.08 of a second outside of that meet and Tennessee soil record courtesy of Kenny Harrison. And Armstrong, again, all smiles, rightfully so, after that performance. And we are fortunate enough to be able to hear from Armstrong with Keenan Gray on track.
All right, the former LSU Tiger very happy after this performance. 12:57 into a headwind. You've ran it 3 times this season. Every time it's been faster and faster. What's been the consistency this year?
Just staying disciplined, staying focused on what I got to do, not worrying about outsiders, and just focusing in my own lane.
Yeah. Obviously, we have a long ways away. I think it's today, 2 months till the U.S. trials. Are you excited, be able to get after it against those ladies? I mean, Masai's already done a really good job. Tia's done a really good job, but you got to put yourself in the mix too.
Yeah, I definitely always never count myself out. I know what I'm capable of, and I know that I am the greatest and I want to be that one day. I just got to prove it to myself and to the world.
Awesome. Appreciate your time, Aaliyah.
Thank you.
Well, Trevor, that's what you want to hear. I know I can be the best. I just got to prove it to myself and to the world. And those are some great, inspiring, and fighting words. And again, I just think about the form of this woman. She looks like she is just stepping, gliding over those barriers. She's so fast between them. But what a performance. Such a clean run, courtesy of Armstrong taking the win.
Yeah, and I don't mean this in a bad way at all. I just think she's running with a chip on her shoulder, and that can be really fuel for the fire. A DQ last year to close out her collegiate career at the regionals, and then went on, made the finals at the Olympic